Welcome to the GBS Career Conversations podcast, where we bring careers to life through real conversations. Today I'm joined by Batu and Luca, two fantastic career consultants. In this episode we'll explore who they are, what they do, and how they support students in making informed decisions. So tell us who you are and what you do, Batu.
Hi, I'm Batu. I'm a careers consultant here at GBS. My role is to support students explore options and opportunities they may have in either employment, starting their own business, or postgraduate studies as well. My role is quite heavily student-focused, student-facing. I pop into classrooms and deliver workshops and do class visits as well, and ultimately try improve engagement across the careers team and have face-to-face appointments with students.
Fantastic. So how about yourself?
Hello, I'm Luca. I'm a careers consultant here at GBS as well, so it's exactly the same role as Batu. I started only last month, to be honest with you, so I'm fairly new to the role, but basically the specs are the same. So I tend to see students, it's a student-facing role on a day-to-day basis through appointments, popping into classrooms, trying to obviously engage them and improve the overall engagement with the career services in general.
Okay, who would like to go first? What do you enjoy most about your job? Who wants to?
Do you want me to start, Batu? I'll do the honours. Yeah. What do I enjoy most is obviously seeing students I know it sounds a bit corny maybe, but seeing students on a day-to-day basis, obviously people from all walks of life, having them come in, ask information about courses, placements, careers opportunities, and obviously exploring that with them. So getting to know new people every day, I think, is what I find most exciting about my role here at GBS.
Yeah, just to add to that, really, is helping students find their own way. I think quite often students feel like they need to have all the answers now and know what they need to do.
That's good.
But it's actually just encourage them to take small steps, break down small barriers, and just keep making progression.
I love that. You said about making, small steps, because sometimes it can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
I think I've got the whole picture, but taking those small steps and guiding them through, that's absolutely fantastic. So many students feel unsure about what they want to do. How do you help the students move from feeling stuck to getting that direction?
I think it's just picking up on what Batu just said. It's just trying to make it less overwhelming and breaking that down. So obviously when you look at the bigger picture and you haven't got a clue what you want to be doing, it becomes really, really challenging. But if you seek support early on and try and start moving from your skill set and what you think you're good at doing and what you enjoy doing, and then break down those small barriers and the questions that might come up in that sort of like search and quest, then it becomes easier, doesn't it? And this is what we're here to do, I think, at the career services. So obviously engaging with someone, talking about it makes it easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you said early on, so when would you say is like the best time for a student to come to you as a consultant?
I'd say, well, it's hard to say because obviously it's down to the individual, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
When someone's ready, they will take that step. But I think, well, in general, in this country, should be done earlier. Career support in general should be sort of like a key stage 2 or 3, I think, in education. But specifically at GBS, as soon as possible. I think, even if it's early days, proper early doors, just coming in, having a look at your CV, just having a bit of a conversation around your skill set, your ambitions and dreams, and then from my perspective and a careers consultant perspective, just empowering someone to then unlock that potential and just do things independently. I think that's key. So as soon as possible, really, as early as people are ready, as soon as they're ready, they should come and obviously have a bit of a chat with us.
Yeah, I think earlier the better, just as Luca said, quite often we get students that are in their final year that come and see us and, there's a lot to do, there's a lot to cover, which can be overwhelming, which lead to that anxiety and the lack of sort of decisions that they can make and stuff like this. So the earlier they can come, the more they can explore what they actually want to do. We can give them more guidance and more information regarding the route they want to go down. And once they have all the information at hand, they can make the best choice for their future ultimately. So I think it starts early. It should be day one, in my opinion. Obviously, not everyone wants that support or needs that support, which is important to recognise as well. Some students are at different stages. It's not all linear. So some students have it figured out. They're either working or have their own businesses or know where they want to go, and some do not. So it's just about helping those that need it and want it ultimately. So yeah, earlier the better, in my opinion.
Okay, it's just something I was just thinking about. Do you do classroom visits? Do you go to the classrooms and let students know who you are, what you do, and how you can book appointments?
Yes, as I say, it started roughly a month ago, so I've not done plenty of them, but I've started just going in, obviously just introducing myself, and yeah, just trying to put the careers services out there as much as I can. Just because I think sometimes students, they might be aware that we're there, but they don't know how to book it.
Yeah.
They don't know where we are physically in the building, because it's a bit of a maze around here, isn't it? So there's an element of that as well. So yeah, I've started doing that, and I plan on doing it as much as possible in the next few weeks and months. Yeah.
And just to add to that, whilst we do visits, it's trying to add impact in that small sort of window that we have with the students. So coming in with facts and figures on labour market trends, what the current climate is out there, why it's important to engage with the careers services. It's a competitive market, unemployment's at an all-time high. So again, what are you doing to stand out from the crowd? CVs, applications, and there's obviously techniques and skills in doing this. So yeah, adding that impact once we go in, not just a case of come in and see us, trying to make it sort of relevant to them in their type of industry in terms of the course that they're studying. So yeah,
I like that. You're talking about career readiness, getting them ready, which is absolutely fantastic, and talking about impact, which is crucial. And something you mentioned, Batu, about CVs. So have you seen CVs? Do you work with CVs? What's your role around that?
Yes, it's a large part. I always say to my students is having the foundations. So having a solid CV, a LinkedIn presence, your online presence, all these things, sort of fall into that foundations. You can't build a house starting with the roof. You've got to start with the foundation.
Okay, Batu. I like that.
So with CVs, I've seen multiple variations, and look, ultimately, there's no right or wrong CV, but there is best practice from my experience, and quite often you see CVs that have content on there which could be used as discriminatory in some cases, i.e. having a photograph of yourself, your full address, your date of birth, all things which can sort of be used against you subconsciously. So again, it's trying to educate and sort of demonstrate best practice CVs, what they could look like in terms of the career, the industry they're trying to target.
Anything to add?
Yeah, sure. So in terms of CVs, I agree with Batu there, is the foundations, and I think the information is, today in 2026 is out there. So the role of a careers consultant is to really add value. So for instance, you use the information, is then a case of interpreting the information, making it clear for students what best practice and good practice would be in terms of a CV. And I think, in terms of things I've seen, it's potentially discriminatory content, or just not the correct order necessarily in terms of, I'd say, the sections of a CV. And then perhaps, when people have a lot of experience, there's quite a lot to it. Sometimes the sheer length of CVs can potentially, make sure that employers rule them out, which is a bit of a problem. So it's a case of obviously making CVs as relevant as possible, perhaps coming up with several different versions of CVs that are industry specific, even role specific, and making sure that value is added during those meetings with students, 100%.
I think as well it might be important to mention to students that if they're not feeling like they're ready for a CV review with a CC, a career consultant, they can also use one of our online resources, our CV Builder that we have on our Career Centre, which is a really nice kind of middle stepping stone. If you're feeling like that step is a bit too far-fledged, then you can absolutely move back a little bit, use one of our online resources. That we have a bunch: interview prep, cover letter writing as well. All those things are available online as part of our Career Centre. So if you're feeling like that first step is a bit too much, there's that little halfway house you can use as well.
I like that. So where can they access that?
So that is on our Career Centre, which we have links to on our official GPS website. If you're not sure how to find that, you can also pop into your Careers Hub on your campus and ask. But yeah, full of really helpful resources, and also has like a Meet the Team page where you can see your own CC, maybe book an appointment with them. You can do that there as well.
Brilliant, that's fantastic. So a lot of students, they may doubt themselves. How do you help them shift their mindset and start believing that they are ready?
That's a good question. I think once again it's just making sure that it's adding value really to what we do. Encouraging people is basically giving people the correct information about, first of all, the starting point and where they are in their journey, and making sure that they are headed in the right direction and doing the right things for them.
Yeah.
People are always going to feel inadequate, I think, if they're not pursuing the right things or the things that work for them. So it's a case of making sure that as careers consultants and careers professionals in general, we help people out to identify the correct path, a path that makes them feel valued, respected, and ultimately just worth it, you know, that make them feel that it's worth going down that path and making the effort, really, I think.
Yeah, just to complement that, you know, self-doubt is always common with students of any kind. You know, taking that next step can always be, you know, nerve-wracking because you've never done it before. So again, it's just about highlighting the skills that they may have or possess through other walks of life, through either, you know, education, employment, and just highlighting those transferable skills that could be applied in the direction they want to go to. So that alone would help, you know, build that confidence, saying, you know, I can actually do this and I do have the skill set to do this, and, you know, showing how their experiences translate to their next step almost. So, yeah.
I like that. Anything else you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, I think with confidence in students, it is looking at what step feels right to you. We talked a bit today about the concept of just having a chat. I think a lot of students get warded away from the career service because they think it's got to be this big, massive thing where they've got to immediately figure out what they want to do with the rest of their life. And it can be that, absolutely. If you've got like a really clear hope, dream or aspiration, we can help you build that. But I think also just coming in for a chat, a lot of those first sessions are just getting to know who your careers consultant or officer is going to be. And helping you kind of create that initial bond. And if it is just that one chat and then you don't fancy it again, that's completely fine too. And I think it's just about making sure students know that they can get whatever support they want from us, whether that's employment, further study as well. We offer that, helping apply for that kind of thing. It can be whatever you need and whenever you need it.
I hear a clear message from all of you is that the power of a conversation.
100%, yeah, definitely.
Just come and have a chat. And then you don't know what it's going to lead to next. So, do you have one piece of advice that you would give a student to help them stand out?
Well, I've already touched up on it earlier. It's just getting the foundations right. So having a good tailored CV specific for each job that you apply for, not making it generic. Having a good online presence through the power of LinkedIn and other social media platforms. And yeah, so they all set the tone of, you know, it's like your sort of digital footprint almost when you apply, when someone views your profile on LinkedIn, how you present yourself, how you market yourself in this day and age. I think that's, for me, is crucial.
Absolutely.
What's crucial to me, what Batu said, I back completely. But I'd say self-reflection as well. So reflecting on what you've achieved in the past, where you've got to, because that's really important. And usually there's quite a lot of confidence to be found there. So say obviously self-reflection, reflecting on personal achievements, that can substantiate the next steps as well and help you define the next steps. So it's just reflecting on the things you've done basically as a person, not necessarily through academia or work, but even through your personal life and personal journey, and that really adds on to your career search as well, if you will, I'm sure.
Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. Some great keys for the students, and I know they're going to find this episode really useful. So if you're a student at GBS and you're thinking about your next steps, whether that's your CV, job applications, or even starting your own business, the careers team is here to support you. You can book an appointment, ask questions, and take advantage of the support available to you. Just visit your careers team on your campus. Thank you for tuning in to the GBS Career Conversations podcast. Don't forget to share this with a friend, and we'll see you in the next episode where we continue to change lives through education.